There you have it. We have our prayer and also our national anthem, and both teams are set, warmed up, and ready to go for this first round of the Missouri State High School Championship. This is the number 10 Seckman Jaguars against the number 7 Vianney Griffins. The Griffins are coached by Jeff Benton with assistant coaches Devin Dupree and Mike Madonna. Currently have a record of 8-9 overall, and they are currently 1-3 in their conference, whereas the Seckman Jaguars are currently 7-5 overall, 3-2 in their conference. And coaches are Ian Brosh as the head coach, Justin Kucharski as the assistant coach, and Mark Gibson and Tom Siebert as well as assistant coaches. We will get ready to start the first quarter. Put 12 minutes up on the clock, and we will have ourselves a good lacrosse game tonight. Neither of these teams have met up during the year. However, many of the players on both sides have played either with each other or against each other in the summer or the fall club seasons. Out on the field, you have the Seckman Jaguars in black and the Vianney Griffins in white. We're all set. Players are in their spots, and we are a go. Right off the bat, there is Taylor. Tries to find his man in DJ Urson, and there is Adam Herrick Herrick looking to get set up. He's going to kick it out top to Brock Gibson. Gibson down to Tyson. It's Tyson Norris, ball down. Number 5, Hayden Brunner. Apologize to the Vianney folks if I'm mispronouncing names. Here's Culleton. He's going to go straight in. He's going to pass. Shot and a score by Eli Wingbermuley from a pass assisted by Tanner Culleton. That's going to put up your Seckman Jaguars 1-0 after 10:55 on the clock. On your face-off is Brock Gibson. Ball down again. Here's Herrick. He's going to kick it out and find Wingo. Seckman looks to reset over to Tyson Norris. Norris looking to make a dodge. He's going to cut. Comes in and shoots in. There's a save by Ethan Ramsey of the Griffins. Oh, there's another good ride by Eli Wingbermuley. Ball down. Ball coming in. Saved by Sam Siebert. Here is Tyler Forstell, one of the players that many of these Seckman players are very familiar with as they play St. Louis Samurai together. Here's the Griffins. That's Chris Gibson playing catch with Forstell. There's Forstell looking for the drive inside. Dodges, and there's a save by Sam Siebert. Sam Siebert getting first state awards this year. The Indiana Tech commit. And here's Taylor. Gets it out to Wingbermuley. And Wingbermuley is getting set up. Kicks it out top to Tyson Norris, down to his brother Brent Norris. Brent Norris down to Herrick. And Herrick kicks it back up and around. Shot. And there's a save. Herrick gets the rebound off the save from Ramsey. And here's Norris. Norris looking for that drive. Here's Wingbermuley. And here's Brent Norris looking for the drive. He does a spin move and he loses that ball. Picked up by number 27, Patrick McDermott. And recovered again by Eli Wingbermuley, who's going to dish it down. Oh, and a save by Ramsey again on a shot by Herrick. A nice little ride by Wingbermuley again. He's going to give this Vianney Griffins team a lot of trouble. Oh, there's another hit. Vianney Griffins' parent did not like that. Here's a shot, and it goes high. But Forstell is there. That was a shot by Jack Brennan for the Griffins. I apologize if there's some static. I'm trying to deal with a device here that is giving me some trouble today. So I've got to send this into the shop at the end of the season. So I do apologize if there is some static on the line. Here's a shot. That's Missy for the Griffins on a shot. Forstel there to back it up and recover. Here's Forstel. Spin move on a drive. And there's a Ward. For those that are new to lacrosse, a Ward, you cannot, some people in football would think of it as the Heisman. You cannot do that in lacrosse using your outside hand to ward off your opponent. Here's Missy again. I believe that's Missy. He kicks it back out up top to John Boker. Used to Noah Boker that went to Oakville. Maybe it's the same. If so, hello. If not, hello too. Boker again. So that's I think that's Brennan. Nope. It's hard to tell those numbers. It's Brennan. That's number 11, Jack Brennan. My apologies that I thought it was Missy. I thought that was a 7 on that jersey. 6:10 on the clock. Here in the first quarter. Seckman up 1-0 over the Griffins. Here comes a drive, swim move, and he gets hit, and Siebert recovers. He's looking for his outlet. It's going to take a little time here. He finds his man in Latimer. Latimer making second team all conference this year. Here's Norris. Shoots, and it goes long. And here's Brent Norris. 5:22. Wing Bermuley down to Culleton. Culleton, Wing Bermuley, and Norris all hitting top points this year. There's a shot by Norris that's going to go long. Here's Culleton over to Herrick. Herrick looking to find a set. Oh, he gets picked off by number 5, Hayden Brunner. Defenseman D-pull. And he makes his way, trying to get to the transition. Now here's Forstel. Forstel getting some trouble from Mr. Jack Knoll, the All-State defenseman, and DePaul University commit. And there's a toss that gets it up to Ramsey. And here's another ride by Wing Bermuley. Ball down. There's Norris, and that's going to be a call on Seckman. All right, now here's 17. This is Kyle Missy. Goes to 24. Marko Merjovic. There's Missy. Shoot, and that goes far wide. And the backup is going to be going to the Griffins. 3:45 left here in the first quarter. 1-0. Seckman. Here's Brunner. Oh, I'm sorry, that's number 6, Boker. Having a hard time seeing the numbers tonight, folks. Saved by Sam Siebert, a big one. Siebert having a great night. I don't want to jinx it, but so far so good. Oh, he gets attacked. That's Jack Brennan. And here comes Reichert. Eli Wingbermuley. And that's going to go to the Griffins for the backup. The goalie beat it, Ramsey. Here's Burke. Down to Forstel. Tyler Forstel, the Griffins' top goal getter with 51 goals so far throughout the regular season. That was Mrnjavik for a drive. Here's DJ Urson. He's going to kick it back to get the reset. And that's going to go to Taylor. He's going to pop up, and there's Wingbermuley. Oh, there's a head, and the referee did not call that one for sure. We can play the replay later. Here's Reichert, and not sure what the call was, if they did call something. We got a referee conference. 1:58 here in the first. 1-0, Seckman still. So that's going to be Seckman ball. And here's Norris. Down to Culleton. There's Wingo. To Gibson. Gibson over to Brent Norris. Here comes a drive by Norris, and he loses the ball. Recovers, kicks it out over to Wingbermuley. Down to Reichert, number 44. He's going to go down to Culleton. And here comes Culleton with the spin. He's going to bring it in. And oh, and he just misses it wide, but it's recovered by Adam Herrick, number 6. He's going to work it. Herrick finds the man, and Brent Norris, and here's Wingbermuley. He's going to shoot in. It hits a man, hits his own Brock Gibson. It's going to take it on the wrist. That doesn't feel good, folks. If you've ever held a lacrosse ball, they are not soft. Here's Norris. Timeout, Seckman with 34.2 seconds on the clock. Beautiful night here, a little bit of overcast, but nonetheless no humidity, knock on wood, here in St. Louis. That's an oddity, but we are in May still, which quite honestly doesn't really matter too much here in St. Louis. You get 4 seasons in 1 week. Beautiful facilities here at Vianney. Long time tradition of St. Louis sports here at Vianney. A good old friend of mine, Trent Green, who I grew up playing baseball with down in South County, graduated from Vianney, if you didn't know that. One-time quarterback for the St. Louis Rams, and then eventually the Kansas City Chiefs. Winner of this game is going to move on to the next round and face De Smet. For the Jaguars, that was a game where we did not show up And I think that was a good consensus amongst all of the players and coaches and fans. So they are really going to work hard at this game to make it to the next round and get that opportunity to show what they're really made of against DeSmet. A great team over there at DeSmet, well coached, great players over there, very well organized, and a great tradition of lacrosse over there. So all great kudos to them. Here's Norris, kicks it down to Herrick, and now you got Tyson Norris. Ball down, and that's recovered by Ramsey, who's going to look for that outlet. Ball down, and that's going to be a turnover. Actually, that's the end of the quarter. So after one, we've got Seckman up 1-0 over the Griffins. Some of your highlighted players here for your Seckman Jaguars. Tyson Norris, number 5, is your point leader for the Jaguars with 48 points on the regular season. You then have a tie between Eli Wing-Bermuley and Tanner Culleton with 41 points. On the ground balls, it is a no-brainer for Jack Knoll, who has 84 ground balls for the season. That kind of dwarfs everybody else on the team. And so there are some highlights, not to mention your all-state first-team goalie in Sam Sieber. Here we go, second quarter. That's Ian Coe for the Jaguars on the face-off. And for Vianney, you have Otto Oettinger. Again, apologies for the name mispronunciations, folks. Here's Urson. Finds his, oh, and it goes long. It's a throwaway to Herrick, unfortunately. So that'll be the Griffins' ball. Right to the center of the field. That's O'Keefe for the Griffins. Gibson goes down below to drop it down to Flanagan. Flanagan back to Griffin. I'm sorry, Gibson. Forrestel to Missy. Forrestel with the shot. It goes long. 10:50 on the clock. It's Gibson over to Forrestel. Throws it away to Forrestel, and that will be Forrestel trying to give Knoll a run for his money, and he finds his man in Culleton. Culleton is going to get set down to Herrick. Here's Herrick getting a set, waiting for his offensive midfielder in Brent Norris, who kicks it up to Brock Gibson. Glad to see Gibson's back out after taking a bit of a a shot, maybe on the wrist it looked like. So here's Tyson Norris trying to make his way. And that's going to go out as a turnover on Seckman. That's Brunner. Kicks it out. Sorry, folks. That's Brunjevic. Saved by Siebert. And he's recovered. Kicks it out over to his man, Jack Knoll. He makes a move, kicks it. Oh, he turns it over to Forrestel. He's got to remember that's not his teammate right now. And there's a goal by number 15, Bennett Brahini. Assist by Forrestel to Brahini. Brahini makes it his 45th goal for the season, first in the playoffs in the postseason. 9:18, 1-1 now. Here's Gibson on the face-off against Odegaard. Here's Flanagan. He settles in down low. He's got Weigel. Kicks it up. Here's Forrestel. Works and it shoots it high. But Flanagan is there for the backup. And another great save by Sam Siebert. Finds his man in Bryce Latimer. Latimer loses the ball, and it's recovered by Flanagan. Latimer covering, and he comes up, tries to cut in. Regroup, and here's Forrestel, shot, and it goes wide. Just left, facing Sam Siebert. 8:27. Here in the second, tied up 1-1. Here's Forrestel. Kicks it over to Missy. Missy finds his man over at Gibson. And a shot by Missy to get it past Siebert. Missy with the goal to make it 2-1. And the Griffins go up for the first time in the game, 2-1. Griffins seem to be taking some momentum here. And taking some wind out of Seckman, so Seckman has to work hard to get that momentum back. Here's Gibson, and that is a false start. It'll be Griffin's ball. Here is Forrestel. Forrestel moving to the backside. Spin move, and he's coming in and shoots it high. And that is backed up by the Griffins player. I believe that is Bennett Brahini. Good family, the Brahinis. Hello to anybody that's a fan there. Culleton boys know the Brahini boys quite well, playing hockey and lacrosse. Here's Taylor. Taylor trying to make his way. And he's going to drive to the middle. And the ball goes down. And recovered, almost. Herrick almost had that. And here comes Flanagan. Flanagan looking to make a move. Kicks it back out over to Brahini. And he settles it in with Forstel. Here's Forstel working impatiently to get a set. Here's Taylor, kicks across the middle, and he's going to try. No. Denied on Flanagan. Now here's and a block by Tyson Norris, who kicks it out to his goalie, Sam Siebert. Siebert looking for his breakout man, and there's Brent Norris. Brent Norris to his brother, Tyson Norris, now makes it across the midfield, looking to make some move into inside the box. And he tries to find his man and tosses it over to Ramsey. Kicks it out to his man. There's Wingman really with the attempt at a last-minute ride. And that ball goes down to Brahini. Flanagan kicks it up to the top and saved by Siebert on a shot by Missy. 5:24. Here's Reichert. Reichert kicks it over. Oh, ball down again. That's Taylor, Laszlo Taylor. And sorry, got caught up there, folks. And that is a Seckman ball. Here's Seckman's Reichert. Down to Culleton. Shot by Culleton. He got the pick from Coe. And that goes wide. Here's Herrick. Herrick out to Brent Norris. Kicks it out to Coe. Coe down to Culleton. Down to Wingbermuley. Herrick. Brent Norris. Brent Norris is number 1. Tyson Norris is number 5. Shot and he scores! Brent Norris. Little dip-de-doo, and he gets it through on Ramsey and ties it up 2-2. .412 here in the second. It is a definite close game as everybody anticipated. Two very good lacrosse teams here facing off in this first round. There's Coe. Ooh. Everybody hears some slapping around. And it's like fireworks. Ooh, wow. Here we got Oettinger down to Flanagan. Flanagan. He's working the dodge on Taylor. Kicks it out over. That's Bennett. Brahini with the drive. And DJ Urson kicks it out over to Wingbermuley. Wingbermuley looking to make his dodge. He's getting doubled up on. Kicks it out. There's a save by Culleton. And Culleton looks to get a set over to Herrick. And they settle in. Kick it out over to Gibson. Gibson over to Brent Norris. Reichert down to Culleton. Culleton, here he comes. Looking to make it. He gets doubled. He shoots and a save, but recovered almost. Reichert chasing. He kicks it out. And that's a great heads-up play by Reichert to just kick the ball down to Tyson Norris. Here's Norris. Reichert kicks it to Wingbermuley. And over to Gibson. Gibson down to Reichert. Herrick, I'm sorry, I was saying Reichert before. That's Adam Herrick. My apologies. Really glad that Adam is back and able to play for his senior year after being out for most of the season. And there's a reset by Wingbermuley. Culleton down to Herrick again. Herrick looking to dodge and make his way. There's a shot by Wingbermuley, and Ramsey's there to make the save. He finds his outlet man, and here comes Bokern. Bokern, he's going to try to make his way all the way in. Siebert makes that save. Finds his man in Tyson Norris. Tyson Norris, the senior, gets his brother, and there's a timeout called by the Seckman Jaguars head coach, Ian Barash. 1:06 on the clock here in the second quarter. Solid game, 2-2. Both teams playing well. If you're at home watching, we appreciate you watching. We're sad you couldn't be here on this gorgeous night here we're on the border of Kirkwood and Sunset Hills, so it's kind of the address here says St. Louis, Missouri, which I'm wondering if they consider us in Kirkwood here or in Sunset Hills. So somebody can probably share that with me. Both teams looking to figure out their strategy for this last minute of this first half. Both teams coming in with some solid strategies for ball possession and picking their shots. I'd have to say both have been fairly equal in the momentum and shifting back and forth. Good crowd here at the Vianney High School Stadium. And there's Wingbermuley down to Herrick. Herrick finds Culleton. 55 seconds on the clock. Here's Brent Norris. Gives his brother a nod. Kicks it down over to Wingbermuley down below at the X. He's going to drive, tries to find his man, and nobody's there. So turnover for Seckman. That's hitting the center of the field. On the run, Jack Knoll with the takeaway, and now it's a chase to the sideline, and that's going to be a Seckman ball. with 12.1 seconds on the clock. Here's, sorry, that's Brent Norris. He's going to try to walk it up. And a shot goes long and wide by Tyson Norris, and that's the end of the first half. Tight, close game here between the Seckman Jaguars and the Vianney Griffins. Would have not expected anything less between these two teams. Both teams scoring 2 a pair. We'll be back in about 9 minutes.
I've been waiting for you at the gate.
All right, we are back. We're going to get set here for the second half of this very tight Missouri State Championship playoff game. First round here between the number 10 Seckman Jaguars and the number 7 Vianney Griffins. Get 12 minutes back up on the clock. And we are set. Both teams have had their rest, have had their pep talks by their coaches on what they need to do. And we'll see who can execute the best. And here's Gibson. Gets the ball. Up, ground ball. Oh, and there's a hit. And that'll be a whistle. And Seckman ball. Here's Tyson Norris will take that for the Jaguars. He's going to make his way down. Flanagan's guarding him. He plows through Ben Kohlberg. Ball down by Brent Norris, and that gets picked up by Adam Herrick. Tyson Norris works his way over to Wingermule. Kicks it down over to Culleton. Culleton to Herrick. Herrick gets a bouncy one over to Tyson Norris, who he recovers. Ball is coming back, and that is an over and back again on the Jaguars. Here's Forrestal. Forrestal plays a little catch with Gibson. Gibson kicks it back out to Missy. Swim move, works it, and Siebert with the save. Crease called, so that'll be Seckman's ball. There's Knoll, kicks it down to Wingo, number 20. He's going to drive in, finds his man, and Herrick. Oh, and it goes wide. Herrick, but Culleton is there to back him up. That was a nice little try. And there's Reichert. Reichert kicks it out up top to Taylor. And he finds his man over in Co. Herrick down to Culleton. Here's Culleton, finds his pick. Shot and a goal by Culleton to move him up. 3-1. I'm sorry, 3-2. Don't mean to ditch the Griffins there on their efforts for sure, but nice move by Culleton on the drive and the shot by Culleton. 3-2, 9:34 on the clock here in the third. Ball recovered by Ian Coe, number 11.
Hey, that's warning.
Got some referees here in the crowd. Finds it down to Culleton, and Herrick at the X kicks it out over to Brent Norris. Finds his brother, number 5, Tyson Norris. Here's Tyson with a shot. Oh, that deflects off of the number 5 D pole of Brunner. Here's Culleton making his way. Shoots and he scores! Culleton with the shot. Number 7 with another drive. Gets it past Ramsey to go up 4-2 for Seckman. Here we go again. Another face-off with Ottinger and Gibson. Gibson with the win. He's going to make his way down, finds Culleton. Culleton with the dodge, finds his man in Wingo, and they set it down low. Oh, the ball's down, and the nifty hands of Eli Wingbermill. He comes out with it. Meant to get it over to Brock Gibson, but it flies over to Tyson Norris, who now has the ball. He finds his man in the middle, but it drops and turn over to the Griffins. Ball gets out to Flanagan, and that is going to be a nice defensive push out by the defensive pull. Taylor, one of the twins
Run up and give him a lick.
of Seckman. Here's Norris. Bryce Latimer lofts it over. Nice little football pass over to Brent Norris. Brent Norris gives the lean, kicks it over to Culleton, down to the X of Herrick. Reichert on the far side. Here's Gibson. Gibson over to Norris again, and they're back moving some D men around. Here's Norris looking for his drive. He gets a shot, and it goes wide to the left. Wingbermuley is there for the backup. Apologize, folks, for being offline there. Ball in. Here's Herrick. Finds Culleton. Culleton kicks it over to Reichert. Over to Brent Norris, number 1. The sophomore. He works. He's doubled up. Looking for a kick out. Nope, he's going to shoot it, and he scores from outside. He was at the 25-yard line when he shot it and gets it back. Ramsey, and Seckman goes up 5-2 here in the third. 6:33. The Griffins are going to call a timeout and work to regroup. We are far from over here. 5-2 is a very close game in lacrosse, especially with two very good teams in Vianney and in Seckman. Always like to do a shout out to all of the sponsors, and that includes all of you parents who have spent many years shuffling these young men to lacrosse practices, baseball practices, hockey practices, football practices, you name it. Takes a lot, and it builds great character in these young men. Anybody ever doubts playing sports, I tell you, it's a great way to build these young men and their character. I want to thank all the parents, all the coaches for doing what they do to contribute to these young men. 6:33. All right, we have Gibson and Ottinger.
There you go, Will. Hey, that worked.
Here's a run. Shoots and it goes high off of a deflect from Jack Knoll. And Sam flub ball. And boy, it looks like a yard sale right now. Balls are flying everywhere. Here's Urson. He finds the man in Latimer, who kicks it up to Culleton. And Culleton shoots and it goes wide. Boy, was that a hectic series right there. Ball was flying, people were flying. A lot of chaos there. That's how we like it here. .246 on the clock, third quarter. 5-2, Seckman over the Griffins. Here's Wing Bermuley down in the corner waiting for the referee to give him the signal. And there we go. Once again, my apologies to everyone for the static on the line. I'm trying to figure it out, but I can't right now. And like I said, my unit will be going off to the shop at the end of this season. There's a shot. Oh, hits the man. Took a shot of Culleton's right on the ankle. That was McDermott. And there's another shot by Culleton and a score for the hat trick here in the third quarter. Culleton 6-2. The rocket of Culleton is hard to face. And yes, I am a little biased. That is my son, folks. This is Mike Culleton broadcasting for you. Here we go again. Face off. Here's Ian Cole. Ottinger. It's another battle. Ground balls win games. And that's held back. Ball goes across. Can't see who that. Oh, that's Flanagan, I believe, number 3. And he's protected by Taylor of the Jaguars. Here's Jack Knoll on Tyler Forstell. Kicks it up top to Missy. Down to Forstell, down to Flanagan. Here's Taylor. Kicks the ball, and that's going to be a nice ground ball over. Oh! Ooh, that looked like it went in, but the referee didn't call it. I'm sorry, I'm biased towards the Seckman, but I cannot tell a lie. It looked like it went in. That's one everybody's going to want to watch later on. And I did not see what happened there, but definitely some frustration. 3:56. on the clock, and we've got an injury on the play. I can't see who that is. Process of elimination could be Flanagan, maybe. That is my guess, is that it's Flanagan. Just by process of elimination, I hope he's okay, folks. Nobody wants to see anybody hurt. And I don't blame the Mama Bears. Mama Bears have every right to get upset at their young boys, young men that they're raising, and they get very protective. So, looks like he's walking away, and that's a solid player there, and a hard loss. We hope that he makes it back into the game.
Where's the flag?
So there is no flag.
That's shameful.
So I do believe
Let's go White!
that is
Let's go
Flanagan.
White!
And very solid player. Love the quickness of that young man. So here's Brent Norris. Finds his man in Latimer, who finds Wingbermurley, and he shoots, and looks like Culleton will get that back. No. Nope, it's going to go Griffin. And here's the outlet for the Griffins. Missy, number 17, dodging his way up, making his way through, and he gets settled. Kicks it over to Ernjovic. Sorry, number 12. Ernjovic, maybe that's how you pronounce it. I apologize. Dodge. He tries to make his way in. And a save by, and it's scored. That's Brahini. Gets it past on a grounder and makes it past Sieber to make it 6-3 and cuts that lead now to just 3. 250 mark on a goal by Brahini. I believe that would be his 46th of the year, second in the playoffs so far. There's a drive, tries to get it low. That was a drive by O'Keefe. Now here's Latimer. Makes the transition, has to get to the box. If you're not aware, folks, there's a line right there that he has to make it in within a certain amount of time. Loses the ball, and that's a timeout by Seckman. Perfect timeout to avoid getting the turnover for not getting into the zone. There are a lot of rules that I keep learning every time. My sons have been playing this sport since they were very little, and I gotta say that I still learn more and more every day. Call me a traditionalist. I was a baseball player. Grew up here playing CYC and American Legion ball. Loved it. But I got to tell you, our kids today, It's a hard sport to play, baseball when you've played hockey or you've played lacrosse, and there's just the activity, constant action going on in these games. I got to tell you, I mean, they're exciting. They're fun. And no offense to the baseball players, because I am one. It's a good nap on a Saturday afternoon. So, unless you got a beer in your hand and you're out there with a good crowd. Not that I condone drinking. All right, here we go. Timeout's done. 2:16 on the clock. Here's Wing Bermuley. He'll bring that ball in and hits it down to Herrick. Herrick over to Norris. Tyson Norris. He's on the far side. Here's a shot. Oh, goes off the post off of Ramsey. He makes a good head save, and that is going to go out, and it's going to be a Griffins ball. Bouncer. It's anybody's ball. Here's Forstell. Shot. Siebert with the save. That was Bokern with a shot. Finds his man right up the middle of Latimer, who's got to make his way. He's got that nice long stride. Kicks it over to Norris. And Seckman will settle in. Here's Herrick down low. Kicks it back up. Over to Culleton. Here's Culleton with an inside move. Oh, and he goes off the post. Long pass down, and that's going to go long. And Latimer lets that one go out of bounds. 8.7 seconds. He's going to launch that sucker. Gets it. Here's Wingo. He's going to shoot. And he scores! They give it to him. It was right before the buzzer.
That's bullshit! The clock is on 0! You like play. Hey! How can they have a goal when the clock's on 0?
7-3. It was close, but the buzzer did not go. Wow, close one here. 12 minutes back on the clock for the final quarter. 7-3, Seckman. Eli Wing Bermuley gets the last goal at the buzzer. Take a quick break here, and we'll be right back. All right, here we go. Final quarter in this game, 7-3. Still close. 4 goals to tie it up. Have to be unanswered by the Griffins. Gibson working hard. There's ground ball. And Urson comes up with it. Bounce it over to Culleton. And Culleton looks to set. Down to the X of Herrick. Herrick draws everyone out. He's going wide to the alley. Here's Gibson. Gibson up to Tyson Norris. Norris over to his brother Brent Norris. Kicks it down to Culleton. Seckman playing outside, making it wide. Up top to Tyson Norris. He's getting ready. There's a pick by Gibson. Oh, and he just left. Oh, and it just goes wide for a long shot. Had some rise on it there. Here's Culleton. He's going to bring it in over to Herrick. Sorry for the cussing. One of the fathers, I think, doesn't really agree. There's Wing Bermuley. Ball pops out. Ball's down, and
That's still not a makeup call for a fake goal.
and that's O'Keefe. O'Keefe down to Forstell. Forstell gets doubled up on, and he kicks it back out. Can't see the numbers here. Oh, that is Bokern, and Bokern goes to Missy. Missy down to Brennan. Brennan on the ride from Taylor. There's a kick out over to Forstell. He dishes it over to Brahini. Finds the middle, but he doesn't because Siebert is there to cut off the back door. Toss out, and there's Taylor with the ground ball. He's trying to make his way. Ball still down, and Forstell comes up with it. He's wide open, and he scores. Brahini finds his man wide open. I don't know that was really an assist when you got to dodge that much. So, but hey, we'll give it to Tyler Forstell for the assist. So cuts it to 3. Differential for Seckman, 7-4 with 9:22 on the clock. And there's Ottinger, number 20, off the faceoff, wins that one. Kicks it over. That's Hunt. Goes wide, and that is backed up by Griffin. The Griffins. Moves it and goes wide. 8:52. There's Gibson. Forstell from the X. He's working his way in. Being protected by Jack Knoll. Here's Gibson. Gibson working the drive. Here comes the Griffins with a drive. He's going to try to make it in, and that's stuffed down by the deep hole of Taylor. Kick back to Siebert, and they score. That's a tough pass back to Siebert. They didn't see Vianney behind him sneak up on him. So we're here again, 7-5. The Griffins with 8-10 here in the fourth quarter. Here's Gibson trying to get his way, and no. Ball down again. Right now it is about possession and who will fight for that ball hardest. And so far this past few minutes, it's been the Griffins. Here's Gibson on top, 25 against Gibson of Seckman. Makes the shot, saved by Siebert. He's going to hit his outlet man in Taylor, and Taylor cannot control the ball. Another turnover. Turnovers and ground balls. Got to watch those. Here's Forstel. Shot goes high. Ball in by Vianney down low on the far side. He's going to try to dodge. He gets doubled up. The ground balls have got to be there. Griffins working their way. Ground balls are going to be the bane of this. Got to get those ground balls. Can't say it enough. Shot goes wide, and that's backed up by Tyler Forstel of the Griffins. Here's Forstel working his way in. Tries to get it in. Oh, it goes wide. And here's Taylor again. Got to win these ground balls. Got to get the position. Nobody there to help either of them. And so they keep battling.
You not know what a push is? Thank you.
Good job, White. Whoa, White.
Shot. Forstel with a shot. And there's Latimer. Latimer down to Herrick. Herrick over to Wingo, and it goes wide. No, it's a goal. It went through the net. There's a hole in the net. Culleton saw it, and he pointed it out. The referee saw it. So 8-5 on a goal by Wingo. And a bullet so hard it went through the net.
Come on, Will. Go, White.
Boy, that's straight out of The Natural.
Will.
Let's go, White.
Baseball reference there, folks.
Come on, Oettinger.
Great movie. 6:08. Here's Gibson and Oettinger. And Gibson comes away with it. He finds his man in Herrick. And they're going to settle in. Here's Gibson. .549. If you were watching any of the NCAA first rounds, a lot of them talking about, you know, having the lead, protecting the lead, and taking your foot off the pedal to kind of protect that lead. And it really takes a certain kind of team to do that. In my opinion, Seckman's not that team. They got to keep the pedal on the metal. The metal on the pedal. The metal on the pedal. And shoot and keep going after the offense. 5:06. Here's Herrick over to Gibson. Gibson to Wingbermuley.
Attack the ball, come on!
Let's go, Will!
They're killing the clock!
Here goes Wingbermuley. Kicks it over to Tyson Norris. He shoots and it goes wide, high rather. Back in. Timeout for Seckman. All right, timeout over for Seckman. .436 on the clock.
Come on, boys. Play, keep playing. We do the same thing.
Try to get this clock reset. Here's Norris. 4:16. Lost ball. And the Griffins make their way. Here's, oh, and a score. Javic with the assist, I'm sorry, with the goal. So the Griffins cut their shortfall by 2, 8-6, 4:04 left in the game.
He was offside. He was offside.
Second time. Oh, come on, Will.
Hey, Will! Go, Will!
My apologies, folks. We have a battery going out. So, unfortunately, I do not have a backup.
Now or never!
So, if you want to listen, I'm running on battery power on my broadcaster. So, I will try to call the game right now. Goal scored by the Griffins. Kyle Missy gets it past Sam Siebert, and we're at 8-7 with 3:11 on the clock.
Come on, Will!
3:11, 8-7. Seckman taking their foot off the pedal.
There you go, Will. Stay on it. There you go.
Ball goes out. .256, and this is Seckman's ball. They will bring it in, and there's Norris. Norris kicks it down to Culleton. Culleton up to Brent Norris. Brent Norris getting some pressure. Down to Eli Wingbermuley, over to Brock Gibson, up top to Tyson Norris, who sits at the top. They're going to work their way around to try to kill this clock as much as possible. I say go and get a goal. Here's Culleton, back to Wingo. Here's Wingo. He's making his drive. Kicks it over to Herrick, and he scores! Adam Herrick on a nice move. Great dodge by Eli Wingbermuley to get the assist. 2:06 on the clock. And Seckman is going to go up 9-7. My apologies, folks. I've got a bad battery in my camera. My power supply has gone bad, and I'm working off a battery on my control deck. So that's the reason why you're still getting some audio and you can still see the logo, but I do not have camera. My apologies. There's a work towards. Here's Jack Knoll. Kicks it over to Ian Cole. There's a flag.
Now there's a flag.
Flag on the play. And they just nailed Jack Knoll. Flipped him. So it is a definite flag. Two minutes called, so it'll be down 2 minutes for Seckman on a man up. Penalty by Chris Gibson of Vianney. And the ball is down in the offensive zone of Seckman, defensive zone of Vianney. Here we kick it out. And they are going to play catch. Tyson Norris back to Adam Herrick. Herrick over to Wingbermuley. Wingbermuley with an excellent game. He has ridden, he has dodged, he has scored and assisted, and has had a great game. Here is Norris. And frustration coming out of the stands. 1:05 and a timeout. 9-7 in quite the heater here in South County at the Vianney High School Stadium. In case you're wondering, 1:05. I have no camera right now, and I apologize. Not sure how it drained so quickly. I do not have a power outlet near me. But I do have battery. So
Oh my God, that would be amazing.
for audio, here is Wing Bermuley. 1 minute on the clock. Kicks it up to Culleton. 54 seconds. Here's Norris up top. Down to Herrick. 43 seconds. Here's Norris, cuts it down low. Down to the X of Wing Bermuley. He kicks it up top to Gibson, who goes down to Culleton. Culleton down to Wing Bermuley, who goes up top now to Brent Norris. They're just playing keep away. Here's Herrick over to Gibson. I'm sorry, over to Brent Norris. Tyson Norris working to hold on to it. He dropped the ball, but then Herrick is there to recover. Herrick down to the X. 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And Seckman wins. 9-7. A great game between both teams here tonight. And Seckman will move on to the second round to face DeSmet in this Missouri State High School Championship. I'm Mike Culleton coming to you from Vianney Stadium, wishing everyone a great night. And the next game, I will make sure I have enough battery. My apologies.
Good job,
Have a good one.
Good job,